At Jaspercolin, we are deeply invested in helping organizations navigate the future of work with clarity and confidence.
As part of our Thought Leadership series, we're engaging forward-thinking leaders to unpack the real-world journey toward becoming skills-based organizations, or SBOs.
And supporting this conversation today are Stephen Lenzen and Betsy Grimes, two of Jaspercolin's leading minds in research, insights, and HR transformation strategy.
We're going to move fully towards skills-based hiring to where we're going to replace degrees and years of experience with skills qualifications on every job, and how we assess for interview questions, how we assess for compensation. And eventually where we want to go is like leading that to implementing in our performance management system all the way through.
Delicate balance, because sometimes you don't have the right tools to assess. What is the degree of expertise that someone can have in a particular dimension that you need or you may not need? A lot of times I've been asked, we need someone that is very hands-on. You have to define what is to be hands-on.
What we put in our executive order that is kind of complementary to the removing of degrees is that saying of what does lived experience look like, and how does lived experience make you potentially more qualified to do the job. One of the pilot jobs that we've been implementing this for is within our Office of Homeless Youth.
Ultimately, skill is the core currency for which you hire an individual to be employed by an organization. You hire an individual for the skills, the knowledge, the competencies, and the capability they bring in. When you bring them in, if you do not quantify those skills, and if you do not tabulate those skills, and if you do not have a nomenclature to codify those skills, you don't know. Then we only talk in terms of I hired Tom and I need to replace Tom. The HCM was all around, all data on the human capital inside the organization. But when the profession of human resources evolved towards the skills-based, HCM platform started catching up on that. And then when they caught up, they did a pretty good job of finding ways and means of capture.
We've been really looking for an HCM to be able to say, we anticipate that these roles are going to be the most impacted by AI. Either this job is going to change by about 60%, and these are the new skill sets that we're going to need for that type of work, and these skill sets are no longer going to be needed in state government. 60% of their job might change. How do we upskill you? How do we start building those skill sets, those new skill sets now? So how do we identify what new skills are coming and start building that skill set?
Anything that they bring me has to be able to connect with any software that you may have already, because changing a payroll system, changing an HR system is a huge effort. If you're going to bring me something that can work multi-platform, multi-software, multi-database, great. Now we can talk, because it takes off my head, how am I going to be able to work with this solution if I don't have the core database?
The future is not that. The future is AI is going to take over everyone's job, and everyone is worried about. That's the fear people have. Is AI going to take over? No. But how do we convince? And when you quantify those skills, and when you can clearly compare the skills a human has and the skills which AI can do or cannot do, then any human can figure out whether AI will take over the job or not.
I just want to take a moment and thank all of you for being part of this meaningful and forward-looking conversation on the real-world shift toward skills-based organizations. Thank you, everyone.